Well, howdy folks, how y'all is? On my recent trip to Branson, my mom and dad were there, and my dad was telling me about some place that they went to in Arizona or New Mexico at a casino, and he got some cream of jalapeno avocado soup. So it got me thinking, hell, why don't I try to make that and see if I can get kind of what he was thinking in his mind when he's telling me. So this is the way I create new recipes, so we're going to sit back here, we're going to try some new stuff that we never tried before, and see if we can't make this recipe that he was telling me out of his head. Join me! Shall y'all? And for the record, no, hell no, this guy right here is not my father. So, the version he told me about did not have a protein, and I thought, well, hell, we gotta throw some chicken in there. So I just put some fajita seasoning on the chicken and started searing it off. We got jalapenos, I took the seeds out, because these jalapenos are harder than the fires of hell. Some onion, there's our chicken getting all ready to go there. It's looking delicious. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that and just bust it up good and make it kind of shredded chicken. We're gonna use that after we make the rest of the soup in the bottom of the bowl. So there you go, folks. That's an easy tip there on how to shred your chicken real easily without having to hand shred it or put it in a food processor or anything like that. So going right back in the same skillet we just did the chicken in, the same pot there. We're going to start sauteing the onions and the jalapenos. Alright, so at this point I'm going to throw some garlic in there. If you throw it in there too early, it'll burn on you. And I want to richen this up a little bit, so I threw about a tablespoon of butter off in there before we just had the olive oil. Now we got some butter, a little richness. And we're going to saute that up, get a little color on it. And then it's time for the avocados. And these avocados here are absolutely gorgeous. Look at them, they're perfectly ripe, not overripe, beautiful. So I'm going to throw half of them into the stock pot with some milk. And half of them I'm going to save, because I don't want the color to change too much. So yeah, folks, this shit smells so fucking good. I can't even explain to you how good it smells. So I got the milk in there, and I'm gonna pour this into the rest of the avocados. I put a couple in there because I want to get that flavor in there, but I don't want to turn them dark, you know, from cooking too long. So I put one avocado in here. You know, I've got the other 3 avocados in here. We're gonna grind all this up. We're gonna put it back in the pot for a minute, thicken it up. I think I'm gonna just use a little cornstarch thickener. And man, the smell is delicious. Alright folks, we're using the old Vitamix here. Love this thing. Anyway, when you're doing something like this, make sure you leave a little bit of a hole up here so that the avocado, the steam doesn't blow the whole thing out. And make sure you're on a variable speed, because if you're not, it's going to fucking go everywhere. And it's going to burn you because this shit's hot. Alright, so let me use both hands. Alright folks, I had this thing sitting down there getting all dusty and cleaned up. Anyway, I got that on the very lowest variable speed. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so it'll grind the chilies, the jalapenos are stuck in there, and the onion. And I don't want to add any thickener to this yet, because the avocado is going to be a natural thickener. I don't want my soup too damn thick. I'm going to need just a little bit of cornstarch slurry. Go ahead and finish it out. Not much. Now, if I had some heavy cream, I'd throw some heavy cream in here. I just don't, so I'm using 2% milk. But that's why I threw that butter in there to give it an extra little for your ass. It's looking delicious, folks. Looking delicious. It may not need any thickener, like I said. The avocado's going to be a natural thickener. Yeah, you see there, folks, the thickness is absolutely perfect. That smells delicious. And I don't need to thicken anymore, so we're ready to go with this soup. Alright folks, the last thing I put in is a little bit of this chicken-based bouillon. And this should be good. We'll taste it after that for saltiness and all, but that should give it just enough saltiness. Right now it's pretty bland. I just tasted it. It's It's got a lot of heat from the jalapeno and all, but seasoning's good. Just need some salt. All right, so put that little chicken base in there, and I don't want it too chickeny, so I'm just adding a little bit of table salt to it. Finish it out because it's a pretty good sized batch, you see. And to make it not quite as creamy tasting, because I don't want it to be just cream tasting, I'm going to put a little bit of lemon in there. And what it's going to do is add a little acidity to it to balance the flavors out. All right, folks, we got our shredded chicken down with all that seasoning on it. So that's a big, powerful amount of seasoning on the chicken itself. I'm going to pour our avocado jalapeno soup over the top of that. So, since this is totally experimental, it's not something I've ever made before, I'm just trying to get a feel for it and see what I like and what I don't like about it. Main thing I'm trying to get the flavors right tonight. So, if I was to put this on my menu, I'd come up with a garnish. There'd probably be like probably have some queso fresco on there, maybe some sour cream, drizzled over the top here, like zzz. And probably have a couple of candied jalapenos, cilantro, and some queso fresco up there, so it looks like a nice pop. Now probably sprinkle it with a little bit of chili powder right over the top, just to give it a nice eye appeal. But this is just to try out and see if we like it. All right, just tried my first bite, folks. Absolutely delicious. Got just the right heat on the backside. The creaminess, by cutting it with that lemon, made it not as creamy. I didn't use any cream, and I don't think I would moving forward. I think the 2% milk works good because the avocado is such a rich, fat product anyway. I think it would be too creamy if you added actually heavy cream to it. That's so good. I know it looks not as appealing because it's avocado green, but it is so fucking tasty. So anyway, I thought you guys might be interested in seeing how I come up with new menu items, and this could definitely be something on my menu. I kind of explained to you how I garnish it and all. So delicious. That's a winner. So try your version at home. But yeah, I thought you guys might be interested in seeing how I come up with the ideas for new recipes, new menu items. Just start playing around at home in the kitchen. And then take it to an industrious level, if it works out. All right, cheers, folks.